What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this clip. This is Governor Sununu. He's going to be talking about Social Security and Medicare. And I'm just going to play this portion of the clip when he talks about Social Security and Medicare going bankrupt. If you guys know anything about me, that's one of my pet peeves. I hate when I hear politicians give false information, put out things when they know the truth, but they're not giving you the details. So we're going to take a look at this. First off, if you guys can do me a favor, if you find value in this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at the sponsor of this video. The sponsor of this video is change.org. Okay, so, and I'm kidding when I say this, but we have a petition going on. Okay, and I just want you guys to know about it so you can share this with your family and friends, and you can sign it as well. It's a demand to increase Social Security benefits for our seniors. Okay, right now we have 3,944 signatures, and we're trying to get as many signatures as possible. And I will be sending out letters. I think I'm going to wait until September. So in September, I'll start sending out letters to Congresspeople as well as presidential candidates, and we're going to see how they respond, what they say about an increase to Social Security benefits. So if you guys move down, and I'll have a link to this, it'll be pinned it'll be in the comment section, but it'll be pinned at the very top. So just scroll all the way down to the comments, and then you'll see that link. Click on that link, and it'll take you here. Read the petition, and then after you've read the petition, please sign it, and then send it to your family and friends. That way, we can get the word out. And with these letters that I'll be sending out, I will link this petition so they can see that there's support for an increase for Social Security benefits. Okay, let's hear what Governor Sununu has to say. Here we go.
It's very doable. The big thing I also push with when I talk about the political implications, Medicare and Social Security. These things are going bankrupt. This is a reality. It is happening. And every day we get closer and closer to that 8 and 10 year threshold when these things go bankrupt. The fear is that Congress will do what they always do, kick the can down the road, not be proactive, only react in a crisis 8 years from now and bring us a bad solution. So as good as Donald Trump is on a lot of issues, I hope he brings in an economic team that says, look, you got to deal with this stuff today to get the best solution possible for the future.
Okay, so that was Chris Sununu, and what he was telling you is a lie. Okay? I don't like when I hear politicians talk about Social Security and Medicare and say it's going bankrupt. Social Security and Medicare are not going bankrupt. Okay? The trust fund is what they're talking about. They're talking about the trust fund will be completely depleted in 8 and 10 years. Okay? That is what they're saying. They're not talking about the program as a whole. And the best example that I can use is, let's say you have a bank account. You have a checking account and you have a savings account. In your savings account, let's say you have $10,000. And then in your checking account, let's just say you have $1,000, give or take. So you get your paycheck, you pay out all your bills, and you still need to take a little bit from that savings every month to help pay your bills. And so let's fast forward 10 years from now, if it lasts 10 years. So let's just say that money, that $10,000 in your savings will last you 10 years. But at the end of that 10 years, you now have no money left in your savings account. All you have is what's in your checking account. So your savings account will go bankrupt, if you want to say that. They have to close your savings account because there's no more money in there. And so now all you have is the money that you're earning, your paycheck. Every 2 weeks you get your paycheck. You're paying all your bills. Okay. Now you have a shortfall. Now you're going to be going into debt because you're going to have to use your credit card or something to supplement that money that you no longer have in your savings account. But you still have money. You're not completely bankrupt because you're receiving a check every 2 weeks. And you're still able to pay your bills and everything. And you might need to make some cuts to some of your bills in order to make things work. Or you might need to get a second job. Do a side hustle, Uber, Lyft, whatever. And then you can make a little extra money, and with that money, now you can pay your bills off completely. So those are your options. Cut, make some cuts, draw up your debt, use your credit cards, or do Uber or Lyft or what have you and make a little bit of extra money. That is what Social Security is looking at right now. Social Security has a trust. They have two trust funds. those trust funds are slowly being depleted. There's about 2.7 trillion in those trust funds right now. In about 10 to 11 years, it will completely be depleted. And at that point, the only money that will be coming in is FICA, the payroll contribution. You're contributing 6.2%, your employer's matching that 6.2%. That is all the money that will be going to pay out benefits. And so because we're going to have a shortfall, we're looking at about a 23% cut. And at that point, that's when something needs to be done. Now, they can do it ahead of time, and that would be better. Just like I gave you the example of your bank account, if you're in that situation where you have $10,000 in your bank account and you're slowly using a little bit of that money every month to help pay your bills, if you were to plan ahead and say, well, this, you know what, my savings is running out. Why don't I get that side hustle? Bring in more revenue now. That way I'll never have to be in a situation where that savings account closes. And so when it comes to Social Security, that's what we're asking Congress to do right now. Why don't you bring in more revenue? Raise the cap so people making over $400,000, they'll have to start contributing into FICA again. Or just raise the payroll contribution across the board for everyone. Whoever's working right now, they're going to contribute 1% or 2% more. You're getting ahead of it. And then you're providing enough money so that trust fund will never be depleted. Or at least you can extend it out for another 50 to 75 years. And so that's what we're looking at. That's what they're talking about. But Sununu is not telling you that. Sununu is saying that the programs are going bankrupt. And they're not. They will still be there. Just like your checking account will still be there. You'll still be receiving money from your employer. So you'll still have money, but you just won't have as much money to pay your bills as you did 10 years prior to that. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I will always call out anytime I hear a politician say this, I will call them out because they're just flat out wrong. And they should not be giving us this information. They're there to represent us. They should be giving us accurate information. And most politicians know this. Sununu he's an intelligent person. He knows what he's saying is not true. He knows the specifics, but he's not getting into the details when he should be getting into the details. Because that is what is going to make us think certain ways about programs. If the program is going bankrupt, well, why don't we just get rid of it? Because if it went bankrupt, obviously it didn't work. So let's just scrap the whole program and let's privatize Social Security. That's what people will start thinking if you lead them in that way. When the program is fine, it's not going to go bankrupt. As long as we have people working, we're going to have money for Social Security. But we do need to tune it up. We need to make some changes. We haven't made changes since 1983. So changes need to be made. And that's normal. And so let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.